Most English learners do not fail in conversation because their English is bad. They fail because they do not know how to start. And let me say something even stronger. Grammar is not the first thing you need. When you want to talk to someone, perfect vocabulary is not the first thing you need. A big accent change is not the first thing you need. The real skill is knowing how to open your mouth at the right moment, with the right simple sentence, so the other person wants to continue talking to you. Because here is the truth. If you can start a conversation confidently, your English-speaking life changes. You can talk to a stranger, speak to a classmate, connect with a coworker, make a new friend, ask for help, join a group, and stop feeling invisible in English-speaking situations. In this video, I am going to show you how to start a conversation with anyone in English, even if you feel shy, nervous, or afraid of making mistakes. You will learn simple opening lines, natural questions, easy follow-up sentences, and small conversation tricks that make people comfortable speaking with you. By the end of this lesson, you will not just know what to say first. You will know how to keep the conversation alive. So stay with me until the end, because one simple sentence can be the difference between standing silently and becoming the person who can start a conversation anywhere, but the conversation never begins. Hello, my friend. I'm Sarah, and today we are going to make that first sentence easier. Not perfect English, real English. Not complicated English, useful English. Conversation begins with a small, friendly sentence that gives the other person an easy chance to reply. Many learners study grammar and vocabulary, but when they need to speak to someone near them, they freeze. So today, we are going to remove that fear step by step. Think about this situation. You are standing near a classmate. Before class starts, you want to say something, but you do not know what. You look at your phone. You pretend to be busy. The person is right there, but you are afraid your English will come out wrong. Or maybe you are at work, and a coworker is near the coffee machine. You want to sound friendly, but you are afraid your English will come out wrong. So you smile and walk away. Or maybe you are sitting in a cafe. Someone near you seems friendly. You want to speak, but your mind searches for perfect words and the moment is gone. This happens to many learners. It does not mean you are shy forever. It means you need a few safe sentences. The first sentence should not be deep, personal, or difficult. It should be simple, clear, and easy for the other person to answer. If you say, "Hi, how's your day going?" the other person can answer easily. If you say, "Excuse me, can I ask you something?" the other person knows you are being polite. If you say, "Is this seat taken?" you are starting with the situation around you. Let's practice a few simple openers together. Listen first, then repeat after me. Hi, how's your day going? Again, hi, how's your day going? Say it one more time, a little more naturally. Hi, how's your day going? Good. This is a simple sentence you can use with a coworker, a classmate, a neighbor, or someone you see regularly. It is friendly, light, and easy. You are opening a small door. Here is another one. Excuse me, can I ask you something? Repeat it slowly. Excuse me, can I ask you something? Again, with a calm voice. Excuse me, can I ask you something? This sentence is useful when you need help, information, or a polite way to begin. You can use it in a shop, at a bus stop, or at an event. It makes you sound respectful. Try this one. Is this seat taken? Repeat after me. Is this seat taken? Again, is this seat taken? This is a perfect example of a conversation starter that comes from the situation. You are not forcing a topic. If the person says, "No, you can sit here," you can smile and say, "Thank you." If you want to continue, You can add, "Is it usually this busy here?" Another useful opener is, "Have you been here before?" Repeat it. "Have you been here before?" Again, a little smoother. "Have you been here before?" You can use this at a cafe, an event, a class, a gym, or a meeting. It invites the other person to share a small experience. If they say yes, you can ask, "Do you like it?" If they say no, you can say, "Same here, it's my first time, too." Here is the last opener for this practice. "This place is busy today." Repeat after me. "This place is busy today." Again, "This place is busy today." This is not even a question. It is a simple comment. Comments are powerful because they feel natural. If they reply, "Yes, it is," you can continue with, "Do you come here often?" Or, "Is it always like this?" This is how conversation grows. Think about your own life. Where do you usually stay silent? Maybe in class? Maybe at work? Maybe in a shop? Choose one real situation right now. Picture the place, the person, and that nervous moment. Then choose one sentence from today's practice. You might choose, "Hi, how's your day going?" Or, "Excuse me, can I ask you something?" Or, "Have you been here before?" Say it quietly to yourself. Then say it again with more confidence. The goal is not to become perfect in one day. The goal is to stop waiting for perfect English before you speak. A conversation can begin with a very small sentence. When you learn how to start, you stop feeling trapped in your own mind. You start noticing chances to speak. You start feeling that English is not only something you study, it is something you can use with real people. As we continue, I will show you the exact patterns and habits that help you start speaking naturally. You do not need a perfect sentence. You need a sentence that starts. A strong conversation does not begin in your mouth. It begins in your mindset. Before you say the first sentence, you need to understand something very important. Conversation is not a grammar test. It is not an exam. It is not a moment where another person is standing there with a red pen, waiting to correct every mistake you make. Real conversation is a small human connection. It is an opening a little door and another person deciding whether to step through it. When you think of conversation as a test, your body becomes tense. Your voice becomes smaller. Your mind starts searching for perfect grammar. But when you think of conversation as a small connection, everything becomes lighter. Many English learners wait too long before speaking because they believe the first sentence must be impressive. They think, "I need a smart sentence. I need a long sentence. I need a sentence with perfect grammar." But in real life, the best first sentence is usually not impressive. It is simple. It is easy. It is natural. A conversation starter should open a small door, not push the other person into a deep conversation immediately. This is what I want you to remember today. Open a small door first. A small door means your first sentence should be light, safe, and connected to the situation. If you are standing in a line, you can talk about the line. If you are in class, you can talk about the class. If you are waiting for a bus, you can talk about the bus. If you are at work, you can talk about the day. You do not need to ask a big question. You do not need to talk about personal life, private problems, money, family, or serious topics. At the beginning, keep the door small. Let the other person feel comfortable. For example, imagine you meet someone for the first time and immediately ask, "Why are you alone?" That may sound too personal. It may make the other person uncomfortable. But if you say, "Are you here for the event?" That sounds softer and more natural. Imagine you meet a coworker and immediately ask, "Do you like your salary?" That is too heavy and too private. But if you say, "How's your workday going?" That feels friendly. Imagine you meet someone in a cafe and ask, "Tell me everything about your life." That is too much. But if you say, "This cafe is really nice," or "Have you tried the coffee here?" the conversation can begin gently. This is the mindset of a natural communicator. You are not trying to prove your English. You are trying to make the moment comfortable. When you speak like this, people do not focus on your small mistakes. They focus on your friendliness, your tone, and your willingness to connect. A simple sentence with a calm voice is often better than a perfect sentence with fear behind it. Let's practice this mindset with some situation-based openers. Listen first, then repeat after me. It's a nice day today. Again, it's a nice day today. One more time, a little more relaxed. It's a nice day today. This sentence is simple, but it works because weather is a safe topic. You can use it with a neighbor, a coworker, someone waiting near you, or even someone you see often. If they answer, "Yes, it is," you can continue with, "I like days like this," or "It feels good to be outside." Try another one. This line is moving slowly. Repeat it slowly. This line is moving slowly. Again, with natural pacing. This line is moving slowly. This is useful when you are waiting at a shop, bank, airport, cafe, or bus station. You are not asking something personal. You are only commenting on the shared situation. If the other person smiles and says, "Yes, very slowly," you can say, "I hope it moves faster soon." Small sentence. Small connection. Here is one for class or learning situations. The class was interesting. Repeat after me. The class was interesting. Again. The class was interesting. You can use this after a lesson, meeting, training, or workshop. If the other person agrees, you can ask, "What part did you like?" Or, "Was it easy for you?" This kind of opener feels natural because both people experience the same thing. Here is a work-related opener. Do you work here? Repeat it. Do you work here? Again, politely. Do you work here? This sentence is useful when you need help in a store, office, building, or event. You can also make it softer by saying, "Excuse me, do you work here?" Try that. "Excuse me, do you work here?" Good. Notice how "excuse me" makes the sentence more polite and easier to say to a stranger. Try this one for public places. Are you waiting for the same bus? Repeat after me. Are you waiting for the same bus? Again, naturally. Are you waiting for the same bus? This sentence works because it comes directly from the situation. You are not forcing a topic. You are asking something simple and useful. If they say yes, you can say, "Do you know if it usually comes on time?" If they say no, you can still smile and say, "Oh, okay, thank you." Let's imagine 4 places together. First, a classroom. You walk in, sit near someone, and you want to speak. A small door sentence could be, "Have you taken this class before?" Say it once. Have you taken this class before? Second, a bus stop. You are waiting with another person. You can say, "Are you waiting for the same bus?" Say it again. Are you waiting for the same bus? Third, an office. You see a coworker in the morning. You can say, "How's your morning going?" Repeat it. How's your morning going? Fourth, a cafe. You are near someone in line. You can say, "Have you tried anything good here?" Repeat it. Have you tried anything good here? Choose one of these places from your real life. Maybe you go to class. Maybe you take the bus. Maybe you work with other people. Maybe you visit cafes or shops. Pick one place and choose one easy opening sentence. Say it quietly first. Then say it again with more confidence. Remember, you are not trying to be perfect. You are only opening a small door. Once you understand this mindset, starting conversations becomes much easier. You stop asking, "How can I sound perfect?" And you start asking, What simple sentence fits this moment? That question will help you speak more naturally. In the next step, we will build a stronger list of daily life openers you can use immediately so you do not have to stand silently and search for words when the moment comes. The easiest conversation starter is usually not inside your head. It is right in front of your eyes. Many learners stand in a place and think, "What should I talk about?" But the answer is often already around them. The place can give you the first sentence. The activity can give you the first sentence. The weather, the time, the event, the line, the class, the food, or the shared situation can give you something simple to say. You do not need a deep topic. You only need to notice what both people can see, hear, or experience together. This is powerful because it removes pressure. When you start from the environment, your sentence feels natural. You are not jumping into someone's private life. You are not asking something too personal. You are simply saying something about the moment you are both in. That is why daily life openers work so well. They are easy for you to say and easy for the other person to answer. Imagine you are in a classroom before the lesson begins. You sit near another student and you want to speak. You can say, "Have you taken this class before?" Repeat after me. "Have you taken this class before?" Again, slowly. "Have you taken this class before?" This works because it belongs to the place. You are both in class, so class is safe. You can also say, "Did you understand the homework?" Repeat. "Did you understand the homework?" These lines can lead to more conversation about the teacher, the lesson, or studying. At work, you can start with the workday. You do not need to ask anything deep. You can simply say, "How is your day going?" Repeat after me. "How is your day going?" Again, with a friendly voice. "How is your day going?" You can also say, "Busy morning today, right?" Repeat. "Busy morning today, right?" These sentences sound natural because coworkers often talk about the day, the workload, or small moments. In a cafe, use the place, the menu, or the atmosphere. You can say, "Do you come here often?" Repeat. "Do you come here often?" Again. "Do you come here often?" You can also say, "Have you tried anything good here?" Repeat after me. "Have you tried anything good here?" This question is friendly because people can easily answer with food or drink. They might say, "Yes, the coffee is good," or "No, it's my first time." Then you already have a direction. In a shop, your opener can be practical. You can say, "Do you know where I can find this?" Repeat slowly. "Do you know where I can find this?" Again. "Do you know where I can find this?" If you are speaking to a worker, you can say, "Excuse me, could you help me for a moment?" Repeat. "Excuse me, could you help me for a moment?" This opener is clear, polite, and useful. At the gym, keep your opener light and respectful. You can say, "Are you using this machine?" Repeat. "Are you using this machine?" Again, politely. "Are you using this machine?" You can also say, "Do you know how this machine works?" Repeat after me. "Do you know how this machine works?" These sentences are connected to the activity, so they feel normal. In a park, you can use the weather, the place, or the peaceful feeling. You can say, "It's really nice out today." Repeat. "It's really nice out today." Again, naturally. "It's really nice out today." You can also say, "This park is beautiful." Repeat. "This park is beautiful." These are simple comments, but simple comments can start friendly conversations. The other person may agree, smile, or add a thought. At a bus stop, use the bus, the time, or the waiting situation. You can say, "Are you waiting for the same bus?" Repeat after me. "Are you waiting for the same bus?" Again. "Are you waiting for the same bus?" You can also say, "Do you know when the bus usually comes?" Repeat. "Do you know when the bus usually comes?" These openers work because both people are waiting, so the question feels natural. At an airport, many people are checking times or looking for gates. You can say, "Is this your first time flying from here?" Repeat. "Is this your first time flying from here?" You can also say, "Do you know when boarding starts?" Repeat after me. Do you know when boarding starts? Keep airport conversations short and polite, because people may be tired or busy. In a waiting room, you can start carefully with the shared situation. You can say, "Do you know when this starts?" Repeat, "Do you know when this starts?" Again, slowly. "Do you know when this starts?" You can also say, "Have you been waiting long?" Repeat, "Have you been waiting long?" These sentences are useful in clinics, offices, interviews, and public places. In your neighborhood, start with a greeting and something simple. You can say, "Good morning, how are you?" Repeat, "Good morning, how are you?" Again, warmly. "Good morning, how are you?" You can also say, "It's a lovely day today." Repeat after me. "It's a lovely day today." Neighborhood conversations often begin very small. A greeting today can become a longer conversation tomorrow. Choose 3 places from your own life. Maybe your 3 places are work, a shop, and a bus stop. For work, you can say, "How is your day going?" For a shop, you can say, "Do you know where I can find this?" For a bus stop, you can say, "Are you waiting for the same bus?" Say your 3 sentences out loud. Say them slowly first. Then say them again with more confidence. When you practice like this, your brain starts preparing for real moments before they happen. Starting is only the first step, but it is an important step. Once you can begin with the place, activity, or shared situation, you do not need to feel lost. You can always look around and find one simple sentence. But after the other person answers, you need the next skill. You need to know how to continue, how to react, and how to ask one natural follow-up question, so the conversation does not stop after the first reply. Starting a conversation is powerful, but continuing it is where many learners feel nervous. You say the first sentence. The other person answers. Then suddenly your mind becomes empty again. You think, "What should I say now? Should I ask another question? Should I smile and stop? Should I say thank you and walk away?" This is the moment where many conversations die, not because the learner has no English, but because they do not know the next small step. So, today, I want to give you a simple method that can save many conversations. The method is reaction plus follow-up. Reaction plus follow-up means this. When someone answers your first sentence, do not jump immediately into another big question. First, react naturally. Show that you heard them. Then ask one related question. This makes the conversation feel human, not like an interview. If you only ask question after question, the other person may feel like they are being tested. But if you react first, your English sounds warmer and more natural. For example, imagine you are in a cafe and you ask someone, "Do you come here often?" The person says, "Yes, I come here often." A weak response would be silence. Another weak response would be jumping to a totally different question, like, "Where do you live?" That feels sudden. A better response is, "Oh, nice. What do you usually order?" Repeat after me. "Oh, nice. What do you usually order?" Again, slowly. "Oh, nice. What do you usually order?" You reacted first with, "Oh, nice." And then you asked a related question about the cafe. Here is another example. You are waiting somewhere, and you say, "Have you been waiting long?" The person says, "I'm waiting for my friend." You can say, "That's nice. Are you meeting for lunch?" Repeat it. "That's nice. Are you meeting for lunch?" Again with a calm voice. "That's nice. Are you meeting for lunch?" Notice how the follow-up question connects to the answer. You are not changing the topic. You are gently continuing the same idea. Try one more. You are at an event and you ask, "Is this your first time here?" The person says, "Yes, I'm new here." You can say, "Oh, really? How do you like it so far?" Repeat after me. "Oh, really? How do you like it so far?" Again. "Oh, really? How do you like it so far?" This is a beautiful conversation pattern because it sounds interested without being too personal. Let's practice reaction phrases by themselves. These phrases are small, but they are very useful. Repeat after me. "Oh, really?" Again. "Oh, really? That sounds nice." Repeat. "That sounds nice." "I see." Repeat. "I see. That makes sense." Repeat. "That makes sense." "Same here." Repeat. "Same here. Interesting." Repeat. "Interesting. That's good to know." Repeat. "That's good to know." These phrases give you time to think. They also show the other person that you are listening. Now combine a reaction with a follow-up question. I will give you a simple pattern. "Oh, really? How was it?" "Oh, really? How was it?" "That sounds nice." "Do you go there often?" Repeat. "That sounds nice." "Do you go there often?" "I see." "What time does it start?" Repeat. "I see." "What time does it start?" "That makes sense." "Is it usually busy here?" Repeat. "That makes sense." "Is it usually busy here?" "Same here." "Do you also come here after work?" Repeat. "Years." "Do you also come here after work?" Let's use a full mini conversation. You say, "Have you tried anything good here?" The other person says, "Yes, the tea is really good." You say, "Oh, nice. I might try that." "Do you usually order tea here?" Repeat the full answer after me. "Oh, nice. I might try that." "Do you usually order tea here?" Again, a little smoother. "Oh, nice. I might try that." "Do you usually order tea here?" This response is strong because you react, share a little thought, and ask a related question. Here is another one. You say, "How is your day going?" The person says, "Pretty busy." You say, "I see. Busy days can feel long." "Do you have a lot to finish today?" Repeat. "I see. Busy days can feel long." "Do you have a lot to finish today?" This is natural because you do not ignore their answer. You build on it. Here is one more. You say, "Have you taken this class before?" The person says, "No, this is my first time." You say, "Oh, really? Same here." "What made you choose this class?" Repeat it slowly. "Oh, really? Same here." "What made you choose this class?" This pattern is very useful because you include yourself. You are not only asking questions, you are also sharing a small connection. Remember this rule. Do not only ask questions. React first, then continue. If the other person says something positive, you can say, "That sounds nice." If they explain something, you can say, "I see," or "That makes sense." If they share something surprising, you can say, "Oh, really?" After that, ask one simple question connected to their answer. This keeps the conversation alive, without pressure. Take a moment and practice with your own answer. Imagine you ask someone, "Do you come here often?" They say, "No, it's my first time." What can you say? You can say, "Oh, really? It's my first time too. What do you think of it so far?" Say it now. "Oh, really? It's my first time too. What do you think of it so far?" Good. You just turned a short answer into a longer conversation. Once you learn reaction plus follow-up, you stop feeling lost after the first sentence. But follow-up questions become even easier when you know which topics are safe, comfortable, and natural. In the next step, we will look at the best topics for starting conversations and the topics you should avoid at the beginning so your conversations feel friendly, respectful, and easy. A good conversation is not only about knowing how to start. It is also about knowing what topics feel safe at the beginning. This matters because the first few moments are delicate. The other person does not know you well yet, and you do not know their comfort level yet. So the best topics are usually light, easy, and connected to normal daily life. When you choose safe topics, you help the other person relax. Safe topics are topics most people can answer without feeling pressured. You can talk about the weather, the place, the food, the event, the class, the workday in a general way, hobbies, travel, daily routine, or a shared experience. These topics are simple, but simple is good. Simple topics give the other person room to answer. But some topics can feel too private at the beginning. It is better to avoid questions about money, age, politics, religion, relationship status, personal problems, and direct criticism when you are just starting a conversation. This does not mean these topics are always bad. It only means they are not good first topics with someone you do not know well. Let's compare awkward questions with better questions. If you ask someone, "How much money do you make?" that is too personal. A softer and more natural question is, "What kind of work do you do?" Repeat after me. "What kind of work do you do?" Again, with a calm voice. "What kind of work do you do?" This question lets the person talk about work without forcing them to share private information. Here is another example. Instead of asking, "Why are you alone?" which may sound too direct, you can ask, "Are you here for the event?" Repeat it. "Are you here for the event?" Again, slowly. "Are you here for the event?" This version is safer because it focuses on the place and the reason for being there, not on private life. Another one. Instead of asking, "How old are you?" right away, you can say, "Are you studying or working these days?" Repeat after me. "Are you studying or working these days?" Again, naturally. "Are you studying or working these days?" This question gives the person options. They can answer in a general way. It feels more respectful. Let's practice some safe topic lines you can use in real life. First, what do you usually do after work? Repeat. What do you usually do after work? Again, what do you usually do after work? This question opens a door to hobbies, rest, exercise, or daily routine. If the person says, "I usually go home and relax," you can say, "That sounds nice. Do you watch anything after work? Try this one." Have you tried this food before? Repeat after me. Have you tried this food before? Again, a little smoother. Have you tried this food before? This is useful at a cafe, restaurant, party, or event. Food is one of the easiest topics because people often like sharing opinions about taste. Another safe question is, "Do you like this place?" Repeat. "Do you like this place?" Again. "Do you like this place?" You can use this in a cafe, park, gym, school, office, or event. If they say, "Yes, it's nice," you can follow up with, "What do you like about it?" Or, "Do you come here often?" Simple question. Easy conversation. Here is a hobby question. What kind of music do you enjoy? Repeat after me. What kind of music do you enjoy? Again, naturally. What kind of music do you enjoy? Music is usually a friendly topic. After they answer, do not only ask another question. React first. If they say, "I like pop music," you can say, "Oh, nice, I listen to pop sometimes too." Do you have a favorite singer? Try this line. Do you come here often? Repeat. Do you come here often? Again. Do you come here often? This is useful in places people visit regularly, like a cafe, gym, class, park, or event. If they say yes, you can ask what they like about the place. If they say no, you can say, "Same here. It's my first time too." Let's do a correction practice. I will say an awkward question, and then I will give you a better version. Awkward question. Do you have a boyfriend? Better version. Did you come here with friends? Repeat the better version. Did you come here with friends? Awkward question. Why do you look tired? Better version. Has it been a long day? Repeat. Has it been a long day? Awkward question. You don't speak much. Why? Better version. Are you enjoying the event? Repeat. Are you enjoying the event? These small changes make a big difference. Natural conversation is not only about words. It is also about emotional comfort. When your question feels soft, the other person feels safer. When the other person feels safer, they are more likely to answer. When they answer, you have a chance to react and continue. Take a moment and make a small mental list of 3 safe topics you can use almost anywhere. The first one is place. You can talk about where you are. The second one is activity. You can talk about what is happening. The third one is daily life. You can ask simple questions about work, study, hobbies, food, or routine. Place, activity, and daily life. Remember these 3. They can save you when your mind feels empty. Now choose one sentence from this section and make it yours. Maybe you choose, do you like this place? Maybe you choose, have you tried this food before? Maybe you choose, what do you usually do after work? Say your sentence out loud. Say it slowly. Then say it again with a friendly voice. The more you practice safe topics, the easier it becomes to start conversations without fear. Safe topics give you confidence, but different people need slightly different conversation styles. You may not speak to a stranger in the same way you speak to a coworker. You may not start with a neighbor the same way you start with a classmate. Next, we will look at how to start conversations with strangers, coworkers, classmates, neighbors, shop workers, and new friends naturally. The way you start a conversation should match the person in front of you. You do not speak to everyone in exactly the same way. A stranger needs a short, polite, situation-based sentence. A coworker needs something connected to the workday. A classmate needs something about class, homework, or learning. A neighbor needs a friendly greeting and a simple comment. A shop worker needs a clear question. A new friend needs something warmer, maybe about interests, weekends, or daily life. When your sentence matches the person and the situation, your English feels more natural. This is important because many learners memorize one sentence and try to use it everywhere. But one sentence does not fit every moment. If you say, "What do you like to do on weekends?" to a shop worker while they are busy, it may feel strange. If you say, "Could you help me find this?" to a new friend at a party, it does not fit. So before you speak, ask yourself a simple question. Who am I talking to? And what is happening right now? Let's begin with strangers. With strangers, keep your first sentence short, polite, and connected to the situation. You can say, "Excuse me, do you know where this bus goes?" Repeat after me. "Excuse me, do you know where this bus goes?" Again, slowly. "Excuse me, do you know where this bus goes?" This works because you are asking a clear question. You are not trying to create a deep conversation immediately. If the person answers, you can react and follow up. You can say, "Thank you, that's good to know. Does it usually come on time?" Repeat. "Thank you, that's good to know. Does it usually come on time?" With coworkers, use the workday, the morning, the schedule, or the shared routine. You can say, "How's your morning going?" Repeat after me. "How's your morning going?" Again, with a friendly voice. "How's your morning going?" If they say, "Pretty busy," you can respond, "Oh, same here. Has it been busy all morning?" Repeat, "Oh, same here. Has it been busy all morning?" This is a full pattern. You greeted them, asked a simple question, reacted, and continued. It sounds like normal workplace English. With classmates, use study topics. You can say, "Did you understand the homework?" Repeat, "Did you understand the homework?" Again, did you understand the homework? If they say, some parts were hard, you can say, I agree. Which part was difficult for you? Repeat. I agree. Which part was difficult for you? You can also say, have you studied for the test yet? Repeat. Have you studied for the test yet? Classmates usually share the same learning experience, so study questions feel natural. With neighbors, keep things warm and simple. You can start with, good morning, how are you? Repeat after me. Good morning, how are you? Again, warmly. Good morning, how are you? If they say, I'm good, thanks, you can add, that's nice. It's a beautiful day today. Eat. That's nice. It's a beautiful day today. Neighborhood conversations often grow slowly. You may only say hello today. Tomorrow, you may add one comment. Later, the conversations may become longer. Friendly consistency is enough. With shop workers, be clear and respectful. They may be busy, so your sentence should help them understand what you need quickly. You can say, excuse me, could you help me find this? Repeat. Excuse me, could you help me find this? Again, politely. Excuse me, could you help me find this? If they help you, you can say, thank you, I appreciate it. Repeat. Thank you, I appreciate it. If you want to continue naturally, you can ask, is this popular? Or, do people usually buy this one? Repeat. Is this popular? Simple, polite, and useful. With a new friend or someone you want to know better, use interests and daily life. You can say, what do you like to do on weekends? Repeat after me. What do you like to do on weekends? Again, smoothly. What do you like to do on weekends? If they say, I like watching movies, you can say, that sounds nice. What kind of movies do you enjoy? Repeat. That sounds nice. What kind of movies do you enjoy? You are listening and building. Let's practice one full conversation pattern. You say, hi, how's your day going? The person says, it's been busy. You say, oh, same here. Has it been busy all morning? Repeat the full response. Oh, same here. Has it been busy all morning? Another pattern. You say, is this your first time here? They say, yes, it is. You say, oh, really? Same here. What do you think of it so far? Repeat. Oh, really? Same here. What do you think of it so far? Now think about your own life. Which person feels easiest for you to talk to? Maybe a shop worker feels easy because you only need a clear question. Maybe a classmate feels easy because you can talk about class. Which person feels hardest? Maybe a stranger feels hard. Maybe a coworker feels hard. Maybe a new friend feels hard because you want to sound interesting. Choose one hard situation and prepare one sentence for it. If strangers feel hard, choose, excuse me, do you know where this bus goes? If coworkers feel hard, choose, how's your morning going? If classmates feel hard, choose, did you understand the homework? If neighbors feel hard, choose, good morning, how are you? If new friends feel hard, choose, what do you like to do on weekends? Say your sentence now. Say it slowly. Then say it again like you are actually speaking to that person. When you match your sentence to the person, conversation becomes easier. You stop using random English. And you start using natural English. You speak to the moment, the relationship, and the situation. But even with good sentences, some habits can stop a conversation quickly. Next, we will look at the common mistakes that make conversations feel awkward, short, or stressful, and how to fix them with simple changes. Even when you know good conversation starters, some small habits can still make a conversation stop too quickly. This is normal, and it does not mean you are a bad speaker. It means you need to notice what is happening and make one small change. Conversation is not only about the first sentence. It is also about how you answer, how you listen, and how you share. So in this section, let's look at the common mistakes that make English conversations feel short, awkward, or stressful, and learn how to fix them. The first mistake is asking too many questions without sharing anything about yourself. Many learners do this because they want to keep the conversation going. They ask, "Where are you from?" Then, "What do you do?" Then, "Do you like this place?" Then, "What do you do on weekends?" The questions may be okay, but if you only ask questions, the conversation starts to feel like an interview. A better pattern is question, answer, share. You ask one question, listen to the answer, react, and then share one small thing about yourself. For example, you ask, "Do you like this cafe?" The person says, "Yes, I come here often." Instead of asking 5 more questions, you can say, "Oh, nice. I like it too. I usually come here when I want a quiet place to sit." Repeat after me. "Oh, nice. I like it too. I usually come here when I want a quiet place to sit." Good. You asked, you listened, and you shared. The second mistake is giving one-word answers. If someone asks, "Do you like this place?" and you only say, "Yes," the conversation becomes hard for the other person. A stronger answer is, "Yes, I like it. I come here sometimes after work." Repeat after me. "Yes, I like it. I come here sometimes after work." Again, naturally. "Yes, I like it. I come here sometimes after work." This gives the other person something to respond to. Let's practice turning short answers into fuller answers. Short answer, yes. Better answer, yes, I like it. It feels comfortable here. Repeat, yes, I like it. It feels comfortable here. Short answer, no. Better answer, no. It's my first time here, but it seems nice. Repeat, no, it's my first time here, but it seems nice. Short answer, maybe. Better answer, maybe. I'm not sure yet, but I want to try it. Repeat. Maybe, I'm not sure yet, but I want to try it. The third mistake is apologizing too much for your English. Many learners say, "Sorry, my English is bad," again and again. I understand why. You want to be polite. But if you repeat this too much, you make yourself feel smaller. A better sentence is, "I'm still learning English, but I'm happy to practice." Repeat after me. I'm still learning English, but I'm happy to practice. Again, with confidence. I'm still learning English, but I'm happy to practice. The fourth mistake is waiting for perfect grammar. If you wait until your sentence is perfect, the conversation may pass you by. Real conversation moves quickly. You do not need a perfect sentence before you speak. You need a clear sentence. Instead of staying silent because you are unsure, you can say, "I'm not sure how to say it, but I mean." Repeat. I'm not sure how to say it, but I mean. This helps you continue. The fifth mistake is changing topics too quickly. Imagine someone says, "I like running in the morning," and you immediately ask, "Do you like movies?" That feels sudden. A better response is to stay with the same topic for one more sentence. You can say, "Oh, really? How often do you run?" Repeat, "Oh, really? How often do you run?" Or you can say, "That sounds healthy." "Do you run every day?" Repeat, "That sounds healthy." "Do you run every day?" Let the topic breathe before you move away. The sixth mistake is speaking too quietly or too quickly because of nervousness. If your voice is too low, the other person may not hear you. If you speak too fast, your words may become unclear. Slow down. Use a calm voice. You do not need to sound like a native speaker. You need to sound clear. Practice this sentence slowly. "Excuse me, can I ask you something?" Again, a little clearer. "Excuse me, can I ask you something?" Clear is better than fast. The seventh mistake is asking questions that are too personal too soon. Instead of asking, "Why are you alone?" say, "Are you here for the event?" Repeat, "Are you here for the event?" Instead of asking, "How much money do you make?" say, "What kind of work do you do?" Repeat, "What kind of work do you do?" Instead of asking, "How old are you?" say, "Are you studying or working these days?" Repeat, "Are you studying or working these days?" Softer questions make people feel safer. Now, reflect for a moment. Which habit do you notice in yourself? Do you stay silent because you are waiting for perfect grammar? Do you apologize too much? Do you give very short answers? Do you ask many questions but forget to share something? Do you speak too fast because you feel nervous? Choose one habit to improve. Here is your final practice for this section. Turn this weak answer, "Yes," into a fuller answer. You can say, "Yes, I like it. I come here sometimes because it feels peaceful." Repeat, "Yes, I like it. I come here sometimes because it feels peaceful." Turn this apology, "Sorry, my English is bad," into a confident sentence. Say, "I'm still learning English, but I'm happy to practice." Repeat, "I'm still learning English, but I'm happy to practice." Instead of only asking, "What do you do after work?" add, "I usually go home and relax." Repeat, "What do you do after work?" "I usually go home and relax." You now have the tools to start, continue, choose safe topics, and avoid mistakes that stop conversations. But real confidence comes when you put everything together. In the final practice, we will use full daily life conversations so you can hear the flow, repeat the lines, and create your own version. You have learned many small tools in this lesson, and now it is time to bring them together. Remember the full conversation formula. First, notice the situation around you. Then, use a simple opener. After that, listen to the answer. React naturally. Ask one follow-up question. Share a little about yourself. And keep the topic safe, light, and comfortable. This formula can help you in many daily life conversations. You do not need to remember hundreds of difficult sentences. You only need to remember the flow. Let's practice with a classroom conversation. Imagine you sit beside another student before class begins. You want to start speaking, so you say, "Hi, have you taken this class before?" The other person says, "No, this is my first time." You say, "Oh, really? Same here. I hope it's not too difficult." Then you add, "Are you studying this subject for work or for personal interest?" This conversation starts with the situation, reacts naturally, and asks a safe follow-up question. Repeat the key line after me. "Hi, have you taken this class before?" Again, "Oh, really? Same here. I hope it's not too difficult." Good. Now create your own classroom sentence. You can say, "Did you understand the homework?" Or "Do you know when the class starts?" Now imagine a workplace conversation. You see a coworker in the morning. You do not need a big topic. You can begin simply. You say, "Hi, how's your morning going?" The coworker says, "Pretty busy." You say, "I see. See, same here." "Has it been busy all morning?" Then you share a little. "I still have a few things to finish today." This sounds natural because you are not only asking questions, you are also sharing. Repeat after me. "Hi, how's your morning going?" Again, "I see. Same here." "Has it been busy all morning?" One more time. "I still have a few things to finish today." This is a useful pattern for work because it is friendly, simple, and not too personal. Let's practice a cafe conversation. You are waiting in line and someone is standing near you. You say, "Have you tried anything good here?" The person says, "Yes, the coffee is really good." You say, "Oh, nice, I might try that." "Do you come here often?" Then you add, "It's my first time here, but the place feels comfortable." Repeat the key lines. "Have you tried anything good here?" Again, "Oh, nice, I might try that. Do you come here often?" Now repeat the sharing sentence. It's my first time here, but the place feels comfortable. This is how you make a small conversation feel warm. You ask, react, follow up, and share. Now picture a neighbor conversation. You see your neighbor outside in the morning. You do not need to say something impressive. You can say, "Good morning. How are you?" The neighbor says, "I'm good, thank you." You say, "That's nice. It's a beautiful day today." Then you might add, "I'm trying to enjoy the morning before the day gets busy." Repeat after me. "Good morning. How are you?" Again, "That's nice. It's a beautiful day today." One more time. "I'm trying to enjoy the morning before the day gets busy." Neighbor conversations often grow slowly. A friendly greeting today can become a better connection later. Let's try an event conversation. You are at a small event, meeting, or community activity. You see someone standing nearby. You say, "Is this your first time here?" The person says, "Yes, I'm new here." You say, "Oh, really? Welcome. I'm still getting used to this place too." Then you ask, "How do you like it so far?" Repeat the key pattern. "Is this your first time here?" Again. "Oh, really? Welcome. I'm still getting used to this place too." Now, repeat. "How do you like it so far?" This works because it is safe and friendly. You are not asking anything too private. You are inviting the other person to share a simple opinion. Now imagine talking to a new English-speaking friend. You want to know them better, but you do not want to sound like an interview. You say, "What do you like to do on weekends?" The person says, "I like watching movies." You say, "That sounds nice. I watch movies sometimes too. What kind of movies do you enjoy?" Then you can share, "I usually like simple stories because they help me relax." Repeat after me. "What do you like to do on weekends?" Again. "That sounds nice. I watch movies sometimes too." Now repeat. "What kind of movies do you enjoy?" This is a friendly way to continue because you are asking and sharing together. Here is your final speaking challenge. Today, choose 3 conversation starters from this lesson and say them out loud. The first one can be, "Hi, how's your day going?" The second one can be, "Have you been here before?" The third one can be, "Do you come here often?" Repeat them slowly. Then repeat them again with more confidence. After that, choose one sentence and try to use it in real life this week. It can be with a classmate, coworker, neighbor, shop worker, or someone you meet in a safe daily life situation. Before we finish, remember this clearly. You do not need perfect English to connect with people. You need one simple sentence, one calm voice, and the courage to begin. Your first conversation may be short. That is okay. Your second conversation may feel a little easier. Your third conversation may feel more natural. Confidence grows by using English, not by waiting silently until you feel ready. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. If this lesson helped you, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and keep practicing every day. I'm Sarah, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Keep speaking, keep trying, and remember, one small sentence can open a real conversation.